Hello guys, and welcome back to this channel. My name is David Reyes Wilson. I'm from Ghana. I'm a science teacher here in Vietnam. I've been living and teaching here since July 2019. That is a little over 2 years, and I think it is appropriate I do a video on the pros and cons of living in Vietnam. So that is what we are going to talk about in this video. This is the artificial beach area in my apartment. You can hear some construction noise in the background. Let me grab a seat somewhere and let's have a chat. All right, guys, welcome back. So I'd like to state that the pros and cons I share in this video, the opinions I share in this video, they are entirely subjective based on my experience. So what you read or what you watch in this video, what you hear in this video might be different from pros and cons you've read elsewhere on the internet or on other YouTube videos. So please take note. This is highly subjective. This is my own experiences. So yeah, this is still part of the artificial beach area. This is like the chest area of the apartment. I did a full apartment tour video. If you're interested in that, check the video description below. There's a link to a video that I made about this apartment. So please check it out. So yes, the pros and cons of living in Vietnam as an expert. So yeah, I'll start with the cons. The first one is high pollution levels. I live in Hanoi, the capital city, and the pollution level here sometimes can be very, very high. It is not unusual to see foggy clouds or foggy air some few distances away. It's really nice today outside here, and the weather is very, very clear. So yeah, one of the cons here is high pollution levels. And then two, traffic. I'm very sure you've heard about this, so I wouldn't waste much time on this. Yes, traffic can be very, very, very bad. Traffic can be very bad. So from the Ministry of Transport here in Vietnam, a 2016 report they released states that there are about 45 million registered motorbikes here in Vietnam. So you can just imagine being in traffic with all these bikes. So yeah, traffic is another con. Yeah, it can be terrible sometimes. So traffic is also very bad here. All right, so the third con here, the third disadvantage that I've seen here is about food hygiene. You know, Vietnamese street food is booming, and this comes with some downsides. You know, these street food vendors, they normally prepare the food in the open air, so the food is prone to dust, the exhaust from motorbikes and vehicles, and to me that is not so hygienic. But luckily I've never experienced any food poisoning or of any sort. I've heard people complaining about stomach aches, but it looks like any food that enters this is actually knocking on wood. So yeah, that is another con, but I've never experienced any food related problem here in Vietnam. So the fourth con I would like to talk about is language barrier. Most likely the people you meet around, they do not speak English. So sometimes it's very difficult to strike a conversation. But yeah, I don't really blame them. You are the foreigner, so you would have to adjust. You would have to learn the languages, their language, and then be able to communicate with them, but not the other way around. So these are the four main cons or four main disadvantages that I have experienced living in Vietnam for this few months, 27 months or a little over 2 years. Now let's talk about the pros of living in Vietnam. All right, about the pros or the advantages of living here in my experience. The first one I would like to talk about is the Latin alphabet. You know, living in a country, you probably don't understand more than 10 words. Everything from road signs, food menu, everything is written in the Latin alphabet. So I think that makes it very easy for me to navigate around, especially if you are one kind of an explorer who like to explore the place. So everything is written in Latin alphabet. So it will be easy for you to read if you learn a bit. So yeah, that is a very good advantage of living here in Vietnam. The second pro, or the second advantage for me living here in Vietnam, I think the salary is very, very good. Again, this is very subjective because whatever salary anybody is receiving here depends on the person's experience, qualifications, wherever he or she is teaching, the subject he's teaching, whether the person is in a private school, public school, and a whole lot of factors. So yeah, but in my opinion, if I compare where I'm coming from, the salary here is significantly very, very good. So yeah, again, I did a video about how much you can save as a teacher here in Vietnam. Check the video description below, and I'm very sure you get enough information to keep you informed. The third advantage, the third pro for living here in Vietnam, in my experience, is that the people here in Vietnam, they are very, very nice. They are very nice people. You know, sometimes I go around my apartment, the Japanese garden, sometimes I go about taking videos, and it is not unusual for people to come around and then take pictures with me. And then sometimes I meet people in the elevators, we exchange numbers, and then, you know, within some few days, they invite you for coffee. I think these people are very, very nice. And even though I don't speak the language, I do play football with some of them, and it's fun. Once we understand the football language, yeah, it is okay to roll with them. If you like partying, you can party with these guys. So yeah, Vietnamese people are one of the nicest people you can find around. The fourth advantage of living here in Vietnam is that there are so many beautiful places to visit. Myself, I've not had the chance to visit so many places because of COVID, but at least I've visited Phu Quoc, the biggest island here in Vietnam, and Phu Quoc has the longest cable car in the world. That is Hom Tom. I don't know if I got the name right, but you definitely see the spelling on the screen. Hom Tom cable car. It is very, very beautiful. Phu Quoc, the water in Phu Quoc is very clear, and Phu Quoc is very beautiful. I've watched videos about Nha Trang, Quy Nhon, Da Nang, and so many beautiful places in Vietnam. So yeah, there are so many beautiful places. There are so many options for you to visit and explore here in Vietnam. So that is another advantage of living in Vietnam. All right, so the fifth advantage, the fifth pro for me living here in Vietnam is that the cost of living here is incredibly affordable. I mean, yeah, if you check the apartment tour I did, again, check the video description below, you see the link to the video. And to see all this place, the Japanese garden, the artificial beach area, the very nice apartment, and you're paying less than $400 to live here. I mean, the cost of living here is quite chill. It's not unusual to get a decent Vietnamese lunch for less than $3. So yeah, the cost of living is a very big plus for me living here in Vietnam. Another advantage, another pro for me living here in Vietnam is that Vietnam has a very vibrant expat community. I don't know if I would have been able to make friends from different countries all over the world if I was living in another country. Because I live in Vietnam, because I play football, I do have so many friends from Denmark, US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Turkey, France, Spain, Italy, Cuba. There are so many friends, you know, from different parts of the world here in this small country. So Vietnam has a very vibrant expat community. So that is another advantage over there. And also, living in Vietnam, another advantage too is that there is an opportunity for you to visit the neighboring countries. You know, these neighboring countries like Indonesia, like Thailand, they have very nice vacation destinations. And living here, it becomes very easy. You can save more when you travel to such countries if you are living here in Vietnam. And if you have a Vietnamese citizenship or a Vietnamese passport, you can visit these Asian countries without having to have a visa. So yeah, that is it. That is also another advantage of living in Vietnam. So how many have we gotten so far? I think 7. So let's see if I can find another one. The last pro I can think of is that Vietnam is actually like a heaven for food lovers. They have so many varieties of food here, and oh my, their coffee. Their coffee. My favorite is Café Côte d'Ivoire, that is coconut coffee. You should try it when you come to Vietnam. So that is another pro, that's another advantage for me living here in Vietnam. The food, The food is very, very good, and you have so many options. Of course, there are some of the foods to me, they don't really taste good, in my opinion. But for most of them, come on, man, it's good. So yeah, these are the pros and cons, in my opinion, for an expat living here in Vietnam for a little over 2 years. If you find this video informative, I'll be very happy if you hit the notification button and then subscribe to this channel, so that whenever I upload any video, you'll be notified. Once again, my name is David Wilson. I will see you in my next video. Peace.